Hi guys. Say hello, Kieran.
Hi guys.
So we're at a job we went to before. We was at this job with Kimmy the Sparks and Amy the Sparky. You may remember before we installed a Tesla EV charger with Garrow pen fault detection. So we installed that before with Amy and Kimmy. Amy would be pleased to know her Ring doorbell's still up there, still working well. Well done, Amy. So customer's got a problem and he's saying that that the pen fault detection keeps tripping. I can't remember exactly how it is, but it's got a 32 amp MCB. So what we're going to do, we're going to whip this off, test the cables, make sure they're okay. The car is charging fine at another premises, so that's all good. And if it's not the cables, it'll be the EV charger. So I don't know why it's happening. This EV charger was installed in about a year ago actually. How long do Tesla chargers last? This is the first callback I've had for a Tesla charger. So just wondering how long they usually last. Right, let's get this open and see what's happening. Okay, so we've got the line, neutral and the CPC out from that's going to the EV charger. So we're just going to test between each conductor. Line and CPC. Yep. Off the scale, so that's good. Yep, same with that. And same with that. So there's nothing wrong with the cabling. It's either going to be this MCB or the charger. What I might do is see if I can change over the MCB and see what happens. I've got to go to supplier anyway. It's always good to have a spare MCB on the van rather than not. So that's what we'll do. So all we can do now is really close it up and just let the customer know. So Kieran, have I said what a pen fault detection device is before?
Probably, but I can't remember.
I haven't. So pen fault detection device is, I'll tell you how it works if you don't have the pen fault detection device, and then I'll explain why we have it. You know about single and three phase?
Yeah.
You know about that. So in the road there's got three phase, goes around to all the houses, and what it does is each house will have a phase. So that would be phase 1, phase 2, and then this will probably be phase 3, and so on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But the neutral and the earth are together. It's called what we call a pen conductor. I can't remember what a pen means, but this is what a pen means. And here is a picture of that conductor under the ground. So what happens is if you come and charge your car, you plug your car charger in. I'm trying not to get the registration in. If you just come and plug your car charger in like that, then that's fine, because what will happen, the line will come into the consumer unit, go into the car and return via the consumer unit as a normal circuit would. Okay, but if someone breaks the cable in the road, like some workmen are digging, they can break the pen conductor, the combined earth and neutral. What you will have then is you will have a circuit running to the car, so a line going to the car, but there's no return path because it's been cut. Okay. Yeah. So the car will find the easiest way to ground, or it will find a way, not always the easiest way, but it will find a way to ground. So if I'm standing here and I'm touching the car whilst it's charging and there's a pen fault as described, then that current will go through me. So what that pen fault detection device does, if in the ground there's been a break in the pen conductor, that automatically cuts it off. So then there's no chance of you getting a shock. Another way around it is to put in an earth rod. But if you look at the ground around here, it's just all stones and there's nowhere to put in an earth rod. Much easier and simpler to put in pen fault detection device. Hope that makes sense. Yeah. So with this job, we've tested the circuit. Circuit's fine. There's nothing that we've done wrong. So it could be either one or two things, either the MCB or the car charger itself. I'm going to go to the supplier, change the MCB, probably come back out here tomorrow or another day and see if that works. That's it. We've got loads of jobs on today. A bit of a jobbing day, loads of little jobs. Right, so what we do when we're carrying out a new installation for a socket, extension or extra socket or whatever, a couple of tests we do. I've done this on the quote stage. Do a ZS test. What is ZS test? What is ZS? Kieran?
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't even think I told you this. So, you know when you're at the main consumer unit and you're doing what we call ZE, so it's the external earth fault loop impedance. So what your earth path going out is, how good is your earth going out? That's what it is. What you do, that's at the start, and then various points along the route you get a ZS. So this is like the earth path from this point, and you can do a ZS from here, from a lighting circuit, anything electrical you can get a ZS from, and that will tell us how good the ZS is. And this is 0.87 ohms, a 16 amp C rated MCB. I will put up what the maximum ZS would be, but I'm pretty sure it's over, that's well under the ZS. Another way of calculating the ZS is you get your ZE, which is what, Kieran? I just said it 1 second ago. External earth fault loop impedance. It's how good your earth is coming into the property. That's what it is basically.
Say that again. It's external.
External earth fault loop impedance.
That's gonna take a while to remember. Yeah.
That's fine. You'll get it. we know it as ZE.
Cool.
So you can get ZE plus your R1 plus your R2 equals your ZS. That's the way of calculating it. If you do a ZS at a point, usually it's smaller because you get parallel earth paths, so you get more of an earth path, which is better. So we're happy, 0.87 ohms, and whatever circuit you're installing or testing, there is a maximum ZS that should be. Next test we're going to do is testing the RCD. So click that, and we'll see if the RCD is any good. I know it is because I've tested it already. So 1, 2, I think that's failed. Yeah, that's failed. That's 1.5. 3, 4, and there's going to be one more because that's failed. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah. So it tripped on the times half. Okay, strictly speaking, nowadays that doesn't come into it. All we look at is the 9 milliseconds on times 1 and 39 milliseconds on the 180. So it's under 300 milliseconds. So yeah, it's good. So we're happy to install an extension of this circuit. Kieran's just finishing off the socket. Yeah, as we said, come from that socket, it's a radio anyway, straight to that one, then up and out the wall to the outdoor socket. Got 2 more jobs to do today. Okay, now to do the final test with the ZS, which is the external earth fault loop impedance. Basically, how much earth path you get into this last socket. So put it on loop. 0.88 ohms, which is perfectly under 16 amp. I will put up on the screen now what the maximum ZS is for a C16 62898. Right, so it's been a busy day. We're at the end of the day. This is Thursday, got Friday to do tomorrow. We had a couple of strange little jobs today. So the job where we fitted the Quintic, You like that job, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that has to be my favourite job so far.
Why? Yeah, I'd say mine and all. Why would you say it was your favourite?
2 reasons. One, because it was quite interesting.
Yeah.
It was quite nice to see how all that worked, and obviously I'm younger, so I'm used to all the technical stuff, and when it comes to like working stuff on phones, that's really interesting to me. And also it made someone's life a lot easier. It made somebody who finds life difficult already, made it quite easy for them, which is quite nice. I saw a physical difference in someone's life, instead of just, oh, you've changed my light switch, thanks.
So what I'll do is I'll make a little video and I'll show you exactly what we've done. So a bit of backstory on that. It's a disabled person, and they're, without going into too much detail, because I need to be really careful not to upset their identity and everything, they have to get put into bed by somebody by use of a hoist and that. Once they're in bed, they can't get out, so they can't turn the light off, and they was having trouble
lighting.
Yeah, getting some sort of light. They were saying, should I get a battery torch, or this sort of thing. I said look, we can do something even better than that. We fitted a Kinetic receiver and 2 light switches. We fitted the Wi-Fi version with Alexa capability. So now the woman, we put a switch right next to her bed, so she can just literally tap it there, turns the light off. Also, we fitted a Kinetic switch into the light switch that was already there, so the other half can use it as a regular switch. And also we fitted the Alexa. This person has not had an Alexa, they know about it, but they've got now an Alexa where they can
voice
activate it, listen to radio or whatever, some music in their bed, anything they want. They can do it from the comfort of their bed, which they do spend quite a bit of time in there. And I gave the Alexa for free. I threw it in with a job. We made enough money out of it, and the price of Alexas nowadays is nothing really, so I threw in that. And also, as a similar sort of thing in the kitchen, she had all these fluorescent tubes, under counter lights, and she couldn't reach the switch at the back to turn it on, so we put a Kinetic switch right on the side of the wall there, so she can switch it on and also do it on the phone and do it on the Alexa. So that was a really good job, and I think, as you say, she's going to get really great benefit from that. And if there's anyone that wants us to install stuff for their family members who are a bit frail or a bit need this sort of light switch or whatever, let us know. I think we could get quite a few referrals for that. So we just done a quote as well. What do you think about the quote?
It's a good quote. It's the first quote I've been on where you've done solar panels, which is quite interesting. It's a bit of a difference, because normally it's just either a rewire or changing a few things. To do solar panels, quite interesting.
So they want a solar panel to heat up their swimming pool. It's quite a big swimming pool, isn't it? Big enough swimming pool, decent enough. So we're looking at options. It's got a flat roof. It's got no shading on it. It's got a south-facing roof, so we're going to have to probably put in a ballasted solar PV fit in there. So many panels. I don't know. I need to go home and work it out. So we're still quite new to solar. What do you call it? Solar PV. And also there was a different type of technology on the roof that I spotted, and I can't remember what it's called. It's something like, it's got a solar uses solar to heat up water. I know you've got collectors, and it's got like a tube and it goes like that on it looks like a solar panel on the roof. I cannot remember what they're called.
And it was where there was pipes going around to allow the water flow to heat up as it goes through, and just pass water through and heat up as it goes through.
I'll put the name of it here, because I can't remember. I'll look it up, Google it when I get home. That's about it. Also guys, we are almost at 3,000 prescribers, and I don't know how we've got there, and it's really good. We're really excited to get to that many, and we want to get more obviously, but 3,000, that's amazing. What we're going to do, when we get to 3,000, we're going to do a live stream. What I'm hoping I'll get me, Kieran, maybe Adam, and maybe what's his name? Odd Job Man. What's his name?
I can't remember. Christian.
Maybe Christian. Just we'll do a live stream somewhere, and we'll just ask away any questions you want. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be put up on our Instagrams and everything like that. So yeah, probably be a weekend at some point. I don't know. So that's about it. I'm not sure if we're going to go. Not sure if we're going to film tomorrow. We've got there's a customer that's not happy.
I'm not having it anymore, and I'm not putting up with it.
And it's not really our fault, but the customer's all right. She's okay, but she's not happy with how we've installed it. She wanted so it's a kitchen rewire with utility room, and we've done loads of these sort of things, but she wanted it wired in 20mm conduit in the wall, and the 20mm conduit going into the back boxes, as in using bushes, couplers, that sort of thing. And I said to her, we normally just use oval conduit, but we don't put it right the way into the back box, but she wants it all terminated into the back box, as you would normally do with surface mounted stuff. And I said, this is not made for putting the walls, and some of the walls are only one brick thick, so it's
unnecessary.
Yeah, it's unnecessary, and it's going to be hard work, because you couldn't even go through to the next room because the walls are not that thick. So we've got a meeting tomorrow, see what comes of that, see whether she's happy or not happy. I don't know. Might be my first case where I say, listen, it complies to regulations. If you're not happy with it, then go to NAPE it. But I don't think they'll do anything, because there's nothing wrong with the install. It's just not how she envisioned it to be.
Envisioned.
Right, guys. Hi, guys.
Hiya.
Kieran, you're not very happy, mate. Oh yeah. So officially, as you can tell from the fun now, we have been officially kicked off a job, and that is the first time that has ever happened to me, and I am just gobsmacked. I'm a bit relieved as well, to be honest with you, because for various reasons, as you'll find out. So Kieran, how did that go, mate?
I don't even have any words for it. To be fair, he listened, he understood what was going on, and he did actually listen to what you had to say. Apart from that, don't about it.
That's not what you said 2 minutes ago, mate.
No, it wasn't about it.
Listen, you can say what you want. This is our YouTube family on here.
Yeah, he just treated us as if we hadn't. Obviously I'm not qualified, so I don't have the best understanding of what's going on. But Dean, being qualified and understanding all the rules and regulations as they come out, and if they release them, he knows what should and shouldn't be done, and what can and can't pass regulations. And for somebody to sit there and say, you basically treat him like he has no idea, really does irritate me, because he's my boss for one, I'm learning from him, and he's a family friend. So to have somebody treat him like an idiot, it's just not very nice.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Yeah, it just was.
You will get customers like that. Trust me, you will. So let's just go through this as we saw it, right? So some of the back boxes weren't secure, wasn't 100%. I think 3 back boxes wasn't 100%.
2 he wasn't happy about, 3 weren't 100%.
But the thing is, it's an easy fix. When you plaster in, they'll be solid and they won't move. It's sometimes can be hard when you've got brick that explodes behind where you're drilling. You don't always have a good fixing, but yeah, fair enough. I hold my hands up for that. It should be fixed, fair enough. And I was happy to redo them at my own cost, no cost to the customer. So that was one thing that's taken care of. So the cable in the conduit, what do you think? This has been an ongoing thing, as you've seen. We've said this a couple of times now. Since
we even got there, the conduit's been an issue. I understand why they want the conduit. I get it. I understand why they want it the way it is, but it is completely unnecessary. and just an absolute waste of our time and their time, because the chances you need to take that cable out are very, very slim.
Yeah.
And they want to be able to take out and replace it whenever.
Yeah.
It's just...
They were saying it needs to be in conduit, it needs to have bushes and couplers and all this onto the metal back boxes, 1 gang, 2 gang, even 3 gang back boxes. I'll give you an idea. I think they were using the MK 3 gang sockets, which I think looked terrible. Hate them. I'd rather have 2 gangs. So they wanted the conduit all in the wall and in, you know, it's not workable. And he was trying to say that he's got a mate who's an electrician. That he asked, everyone's got a mate who's an electrician. Well, why don't he do this then? No, things like the hob in the cooker, there was no ease. So right above the hob there was a window, so pretty much in line of the hob there is what do you call it, sockets and fuse connection units and that. So that's a cable zone. But how am I going to get a cable just under the window? I can't come down because there's a big window in the way. So the only way to come is up from the bottom, and being at the ground, a ground corner isn't, if you know what I mean, a ground corner isn't in cable zones.
Oh,
so
passive aggressive, there is a way.
Yeah, there is a way.
Yeah,
he said there is a way. And I said, tell me the way then, because I don't know how I can do it other than how I've done it. And he didn't say anything. And then he said about cooker and hob needs to be isolatable within 2 meters of where it is. Can someone tell me this regulation? Because I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I will hold my hands up and I will say I'm wrong.
I'm googling it.
But he said no, there needs to be isolation within 2 meters of the appliance. And so I said, okay, what regulation is that? He couldn't give me a regulation, so you know, what do you want? And he said about the back boxes in the back room, didn't he?
Yep.
And Kieran done that, and it was beautiful. And
one of them was magically loose.
Yeah, it was loose. But when I checked all this work, it wasn't loose. So he's been tugging at it and it's come loose. So we've been kicked off a job. So to be honest with you, I'm glad of it. Glad of it. And they said, oh, we need to get you in next week to do all this work, because we've got people booked in, kitchen fitters, plasterers and that booked in. I'm like, you ain't gonna find an electrician, a good electrician, in a week. They're all working, they're all booked up for at least 3-4 weeks. So, you found any regulation yet, mate?
Somebody's talking about it. Apparently there's a 2 meter limit.
I've never heard it, and
but there's also saying by regulation you do not need an isolator.
That's what my argument is.
2898 MCB in the consumer unit.
My argument is, rightly or wrongly, I believe this is the way. I will put in cooker isolators and that if I can do, but in my mind it's okay to put the isolation in a consumer unit, as in your MCB. It's double pole isolated, that's where it needs to be. And you know, that's fine by my regulation. I did look up
this is in
this
2010,
regulation.
yeah, sorry.
So 2010.
Yeah, they're talking about an isolator being 2 meters, aren't they?
Don't even think about that. I don't think there is any regulation. I said, I invited him to give me the regulation number, which he declined to do. One of the back boxes was not even 10 mil back from the surface of the wall, if you like. And he was moaning it was too deep. I was like, what, really? That's fine. Oh, you'll have to get long screws. It's okay, mate. This is not my first rodeo.
I'm Jimmy, I'm the new cowboy.
You're not a cowboy.
I said, any plaster will be fine with how we've done it there. Oh no, I know plasters that wouldn't. I'll go and get them then.
It says a minimum distance it needs to be away,
Yeah.
but not a maximum distance it can be away.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I can't find anything.
Right, I'm going to post something on Instagram and ask you guys on Instagram, and I'll put up a reply somewhere.
The first thing to say on the matter is that there is no specific regulation in BS 7671 requiring a cooker switch to be installed at all. Appendix H of the on-site guide says that a control switch should be supplied and located within 2 meters of the cooker and not directly above it. However, this is just good advice and does not relate back to a specific regulation. The building regulations mention the same, but again this is given as guidance and not as a requirement. What they both do state is that it should not be mounted so that it is necessary to lean or reach over gas or electric hobs for their operation.
Anyway, we've got a much easier day planned, haven't we? So
yeah.
Hard job done.
Yeah, the worst of it's done.
Yeah. Let's go and have some fun now.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. We'll sign off.
Oh wait, sorry, what?
We'll sign off.
Like.
Comment.
You said it so fast, I didn't even hear you. Share.
No, you have to start again.
No,
now.
start again. Like.
Comment.
Share.
Yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Bye, guys.